Hey guys, it's Hungry Cat, and today I'm going to talk about food and food resupply for my upcoming thru hike of the Continental Divide Trail. When I thru hiked the Appalachian Trail last year, I didn't really worry too much about food resupply. There were a lot of towns that were close to the trail, and it was really easy to get food. I'm being a little bit more cautious with this Continental Divide Trail thru hike this year, and I definitely intend to send myself some boxes along the way. Now for the AT, I used Guthook and the AWOL trail guide to kind of figure out what towns had what in terms of resupply options. For the CDT, I'm definitely using Guthook, but I'm also using a spreadsheet that's provided for free for hikers on the Continental Divide Trail Coalition website. It's really an amazing resource, and as part of this video, I want to walk you through how to find that spreadsheet. So that's my overall plan for the trail. It'll be a combination of showing up in towns to buy food along the way, and also, as I'm buying food, preparing boxes to mail to myself ahead on the trail for those locations where there might only be pricey or very limited resupply options. Let me go ahead and walk you through where exactly to find that Continental Divide Trail Coalition website resupply master spreadsheet.
Go to their website at continentaldividetrail.org, and in the top left corner, there's a link that says Explore the Trail. Mouse over that, and then click on CDT Trip Planning in the drop-down menu. That takes you to their Explore the Trail page. Scroll down to the bottom, and you will see the link for thru hiking. Go ahead and click on that. Scroll down to the bottom of the thru hiking page, and you will see a couple of tabs. You want to click on the Resupply Info tab. And here you will see the link for the Resupply Master List. You'll notice that the Resupply Master List is a Google spreadsheet. This means that you can take this spreadsheet and customize it for yourself, which is what I've done. You'll see it lists all of the potential resupply points on the left for every state on the trail and a bunch of information about them, such as where you access that particular resupply point from on the trail. So, what pass or what road crossing would you get off at to get to that particular point. It tells you what mileage point the access point is on, and it also lists useful information about resupply, such as whether or not it's full or limited, expensive, whether or not you should or shouldn't send a box. And it lists the address and hours of post offices and also of outfitters along the way. You can also use this sheet to figure out whether or not there is fuel canister availability in these towns. So all in all, super useful. And if you're thinking about planning a hike, whether it's a section hike or a thru hike on the CDT, definitely check out this spreadsheet. All right, this is what a typical 5-day resupply looks like for me on trail. This is actually the food that I'm going to be using to start the trail with. So I'll just kind of walk you through what I eat during a typical day. Okay, just diving into this. For breakfast in the morning, I eat 2 of these maple brown sugar oatmeal packets. So I've got 10 for a 5-day supply. And then for lunch, I go for a wrap and I put some kind of protein in it. So here I have 5 of these Chicken Creations packets. A lot of times I'll not be able to find these on trail, so I'll go with tuna. It doesn't really matter to me. Just a packet of some type of protein to go with my wrap. And then for dinner, I go with the Nora rice or pasta sides. I actually quite like them, and they have a fair amount of sodium in them, which helps replenish some of what I've sweated out during the day. And I always mix that with some kind of protein. Here I've got the super fancy pink salmon packets. Usually I'll just have tuna, but when I can find these, I'll switch it up a little bit. And that gives me the protein that I need to go along with the carbohydrates. Now, in terms of snacks during the day, I do bring a lot of snacks. I've just learned through my AT thru hike that I always get really hungry and burn more calories than I think. So I do have a lot of snacks. I eat at least 2 Cliff Bars or some type of energy bar a day. So I've got 10 Cliff Bars here. And I have 5 of these little Jif to-go peanut butter packets that I'll eat at some point during the day. And I have a pack of Fig Newtons for every day. I'll probably end up taking these Fig Newtons and dipping them in the peanut butter. And then a little packet of nuts for a slightly healthier snack. And I like these little Welch gummies just because they're fun, they taste good, and they have a little bit of vitamin C. Other things that I usually bring some kind of super unhealthy sweet. If I were really healthy, I'd go for the dark chocolate, but instead I went for the peanut butter M&Ms. It's fine with me. It's what part of through hiking, I guess. And then I like to drink coffee on the trail. I usually drink at least 2 coffee packets a day, so I have a whole handful of those. And then for the desert section, I like these little electrolyte mixes just to make sure that I'm staying nice and hydrated. And plus they just taste good. So if you're drinking out of, some kind of cow trough, this will at least help disguise the flavor of the water. And that's really it. That's 5 days of food for me, and that's pretty typical. So you can see that I'd already taken everything out of its packages. This is all the packaging here, and that's basically what I do in town when I buy food. I sit outside the grocery store and strip it out of its packaging so that I can put it in my food bag. Obviously, I will do the same thing for when I prepare a mail drop. And here is the flat rate priority mailboxes that I use to mail myself stuff to post offices along the way. This is a medium-sized box. It should fit 5 days of food. They do have a larger size, but it's, I think, roughly $5 more expensive. So the name of the game is trying to fit as much as possible into the least expensive box that you can. And fortunately, these priority mailboxes are free at the post office, so you can kind of play around and see if you can cram it into a smaller size. And if you can't, then just size it up. All right, everybody, that wraps up my video on food for the CDT. I definitely will be talking about food storage on the trail, but I'm going to do that as part of a future gear overview video for this specific hike, and that'll be coming out pretty soon. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate your support and thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you out on the trail.